I live with mum and it, like she sort of gets on alright and that. And 2 sisters and a chap. Yeah, I see my dad whenever I want really, he only lives over the road. If I went to school I end up skiving or just sitting around a faggy in it just all day, like, and I wasn't really going to lessons. I hated school, I didn't like it one bit, like. Just truanting all the time. Got excluded now and again, and not permanently excluded, never got permanently excluded, but I was always getting excluded for like a week, 2 weeks, and stuff like that. Like. Obviously hanging around with people who were hating school themselves. It's just like, we were just all like, used to get into trouble, obviously, like thieving bikes to go and get our money, just doing all sorts, just get some money just so we can have a rack on in it and stuff like that. Like. Got into a bad group and that, like, well, I can't say it's a bad group because it's more choices, isn't it? But obviously they was doing things, like put a little bit more pressure on me doing things and just ended up getting into trouble all the time. Like. Just fighting, just graffitiing on park walls, benches, windows, kicking off mirrors of cars, just doing stuff like that. Getting more and more drunk and hanging around more and more people in it, and then obviously just as you just get more wrecked and that, obviously you didn't realise what you're doing all the time and you ended up hurting someone in it. Been caught about 5 times for different things. Stupid things, really. Section 18, fray, criminal damage. That's about it, I think. Obviously going to court, kept on going to court and that, they were telling me I'm going to keep going to court and I'm going to get closer and closer to sending me to jail and that. And then it's spoiled from there, and then obviously I got referred to a yacht. And then from there I was like, still getting into trouble in that. And I ended up on Call It and done the course, Call It course. At first I didn't even want to go into a Call It programme because obviously I had quite a bit of beef with this one kid who was there in it, but halfway through the Call It programme we just like sorted it out, shook hands and that, and just got over it, started talking and that. And then obviously we was going to Call It thing with each other and that, like, and you know, it helped me, it made me realise about things, like doing things wrong and that. And I started realising like where I was going wrong and getting into trouble and that. It made me wake up a little bit. Obviously making me understand about my actions. There's obviously, there's every action you do, there's a reaction. Like obviously reactions like ended up in trouble and that, innit? If I hadn't done the Call It programme, I would probably been in prison now, more or less, like. Yeah, I haven't offended over 2 years now, since the programme. Don't drink as much. I have a drink like on a social occasion. Don't smoke weed no more. Don't do any other drugs. Just more chilled out now. Everyone else could see a change in me, like my mum, my dad, and everyone could say they hated me getting into trouble all the time, innit? Because my mum didn't want to see me go down the same road as my uncles. Obviously, now I've been staying out of trouble, she's quite pleased with me actually in general, like, and my dad is. It's made me realise like prison ain't the option for me, like violence ain't the option in it no more. Like, I've got a baby on the way and that now, innit, with a girlfriend and that. I'm just trying to settle down in that, like, really more or less, like. Try it, man. You can't go wrong in it, really. If it don't work out for you, then at least you've tried it, like. It worked for me, so it could work for you, like, innit, really.